Hello everyone, it's Lauren with Laura's Leaves, and I'm back to show you some plants. So what I'm about to show you are the plants that I have acquired in the month of November, and some probably in October as well. And I didn't really have enough at the end of October to do it with November, and I know I'm a little late getting with this video, but better late than never. So the first one I want to start off, especially being in November, is this beauty. This is, well, it says it's a Christmas cactus, and it's not, and you can tell because of the little Christmas cactuses are more smooth around the edges. What is this called? A schlumbera? Maybe. But it's in full bloom. I've had it going on 2.5, 3 weeks now, and it had all the little blooms when I bought it, so that was not my doing. But they're finally starting to open up, and they're really pretty. And I'm not into pink. Pink is not really my favorite color, but these are quite stunning. I got this at Aldi for $3.99. $3.99. Everywhere else, they were like $7 to like $12, somewhere in between there, which isn't expensive, in my opinion, but $3.99. Aldi. If you live by an Aldi, if you know what Aldi is, you know what I'm talking about. Aldi. You can find some, I have maybe about 5 or 6 plants in my collection that I bought at Aldi for dirt cheap, and they looked awesome. They're not overwatered. Aldi. So, the second plant I want to show you is this little guy. Philodendron Prince of Orange. I ordered this off Hertz.com, Hertz Gardens. You may have seen, if you follow me on Instagram at Laura's_leaves, you may have seen this on one of my stories, but I got this about last week sometime. It's got a new baby leaf popping out. So pretty. A little damage right there, but that's expected. And Hertz doesn't always do the best job packaging as well, so. But pretty good, I'd say. It's just a cute little guy. Little Prince of Orange Philodendron. And I was really happy to find this one. And hopefully someone can tell me what this is. I got this for $2.25 at Walmart. And he's actually kind of depleted a little bit since he's been in my care, sadly enough. I've had him going on 3 weeks now. Got his little rat tail blooms. I know it's some type of peperomia, and what the tag says is beautiful house decor. It is beautiful, but I would really like to know what it is. It reminds me of the obtusifolia in a sense, but it's got the red around the sides of the leaves. So I really believe, it's got the red on the back. So I do believe it is some type of peperomia. I'm just not sure what kind. So if anyone happens to know, please let me know in the comments down below. I did try to use my Google Lens to find out what it was, and random things were popping up that it definitely was not. And I do have one of those plant apps, but that wasn't giving me much information either. But isn't he cute? And for $2.25. And he had more blooms on it when I bought it. And I don't think he really cares for the spot I have him in my house. I have him above my mantle in my den. And we haven't had any fires or anything in there, so I know he's not drying out from that, but I'm wondering if he's just not getting enough sun. I'm not sure. But he's still doing okay. He's pretty resilient. Peperomias tend to be, so super good find for $2.25. And at that same trip, at that same Walmart, and it's a Walmart I don't frequent very often, I was going to visit my mother and stopped at a Walmart on the way to her house that, like, why not? Let's see what they have. And I found this at Walmart. Walmart! Not as cool as Aldi, but I dislike shopping at Walmart, and I usually only go there to see if they have plants. And this says it's a Hoya Weideii, but I think it is. I need to get in here and clean off the leaves. There's a lot of hard water spots. But what is it? The Hoya Shepardii or Kentiana? It's very similar to one of those two. And they get mislabeled a lot in nurseries and big box stores and such. But I think this is a Weideii. But if I'm wrong, please let me know. Look how full this is. There was two there. I picked one up for myself and one up for one of my plant friends. And this bad boy was $14. This full of a plant for 14 bucks. Usually I get most of my plants at big box stores for the simple fact that it's winter here in Michigan and most of the nurseries are seasonal nurseries. And they usually just sell things such as perennials and annuals with a very small selection for houseplants. And sometimes you can find good stuff. But during the winter and the colder months, there's usually nothing. It's very sparse, at least in the area of Michigan where I live. So, Walmart, Home Depot, Lowe's is where I frequent. So, or online shopping. And speaking of that, here is another one that I ordered from Hertz. And like I said, I got it when I got the Prince of Orange. And I've only had it about a week now. And it's already doing not so good. This is a Scilla Valencia. The silver squill, I think is what people call it. Let me get up in here, show you. I don't know if that's focusing. Sorry. But it's like they call it the leopard plant. I do think its foliage is very unique, and they grow out of these bulb like things. And I repotted it right away. Maybe I shouldn't have, but look, I don't know if I overwatered it already. But I did take a couple apart and pot them separately and potted the bulbs a little deeper, but they're not looking very good. So please, 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 if anyone knows anything about, what is it, Scilla Valencia or silver squill, leopard plant, whatever its appropriate name is, please let me know what you know. Because I think this is very unique and different from anything else I have in my collection. And I would like to keep it alive. It's pretty cool. Who doesn't like a good leopard leaf? What else do we have? Alright, I have two left, I think. Two left to show you. This is also from Hertz. And I do want to shout out, one thing I will shout out Walmart for. When I got the Weideii, they had pots on clearance. Look at this pot. It's a huge drainage hole. So I plan on planting some succulents in here. For $3. Cool. Anyhow, on Hertz I bought 4 of these Hindu rope, variegated Hindu rope cuttings. Here's one. This is probably the best one out of the 4. There's one of them. Two. This one's not looking so good. 3. and 4. Look at that. So cute. This one's cute. And the last, but absolutely not least, after I bought these cuttings, I went to my local Meijer. And I'm sure half of you, if not all you plant people, know what I'm about to say. And if you follow me on Instagram, you already know. But an actual variegated Hindu rope. Like, good variegation. Check it out. All white leaf. This one I think is the cutest. I don't know if the camera will pick it up. But it's pink. And I know I said earlier I don't like pink. But it's like baby pink. And it will turn white, so look how good that looks. For I think $10.99 versus $5 a piece. Well, here's 20 bucks. Here's 11 bucks. Solid. Very happy with this. And not purchases, but I do have a couple plants that I got from friends as cuttings. Well, one friend and then my mom. So hold tight. I'm going to go get them and I want to show you. Okay, I'm back. So this was probably the end of October. I went over to my mom's house and was checking out her plants because I'm nosy and that's what I do. And she had a syngonium that I don't have. And I took a pretty big cutting. I asked her permission, don't worry. And it's been in water, and look how much roots it's grown. And it's popping out a new leaf. Look. See? Look at those roots. I am debating keeping this for myself or taking it to the plant swap that I'm going to in the middle of December, middle of this month. And I also have a Scindapsus cutting in there. And last but not least, I have two little, I've tried the bag propagation, but the soil thing wasn't working, so I took these little terracotta pots that do not have drainage holes in them. They're the cutest little things, and kept it moist, blew up the bag, you know, got some water in there for condensation, create humidity. I don't know if it's working, but they're growing, I think, roots everywhere but in the soil, to be honest. So I should maybe stop this, but I think this is a snowcap Hoya. I got 2 of these, and I think I'm going to take one to the plant swap as well and then keep one for myself. You can see the roots that are growing in the bag, but let's take one out of the soil and see if anything's happening. I don't think it's working. They're all growing. Look. Roots. My skin matches the color of the roots. This is not working. Let's try one more. No. I might have to do something different with this. But that's what plants are about. Plants are about experimenting and finding out what works. So I'm gonna have to try something new. But thanks for joining me and watching and sticking this video out with me. That's everything that I've acquired in the last month and a half. And I'm quite pleased. Hopefully I can get these to root appropriately before the next 2 weeks before the plant swap. So yeah, thank you for watching. Please don't forget to hit subscribe, hit the like button, and if you're interested, head over to Instagram and follow me at Lors_leaves, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye.